Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Nerd Herders. My name is Rich.
And I'm Nick.
He looks a little uneasy about today's topic.
Oh, yes. We're getting into one that makes people uncomfortable today.
Yes. So today is our video game top story. So our top story today is Nintendo. We've seen a new patent from Nintendo.
A patent, Oswald.
A patent about a handheld device. So let me try to break down some of the big points here.
Here's what we know.
Yeah, this is what we know so far, and this is coming off of IGN. So I'll just read you some of what they've got there. Is for a quote handheld information processing apparatus end quote that has a single screen and some sort of touch interface. The unit also has built-in speakers that emit sound from the ends of the device as well as a vibration system to provide a higher sense of immersion end quote. So it looks, for the most part, like a little phone, almost like a phone, with some almost look like side buttons maybe on it. It's got a picture of the guy holding it. It's maybe like this big, based on from what I can tell.
So it's an immersion apparatus that has vibrations.
And then they've got an image here of the screen. It's got a fake little game on it. It's got what looks like a digital A and B button as well as digital D-pad, and then another screen with weapon choices. And a decide button and a stop button, whatever that is. But there's a second image of it being what looks like inside of almost like a case maybe, that looks sort of like a gamepad, with a D-pad, or a D-pad, thumbstick, and then their ABXY button layout. So I'm wondering if the screen fits in there and then you can use it like a little mini gamepad type thing.
Maybe.
But that's, again, now we're here for more speculation of Nintendo. We're back for another week.
I want to start off with a related but unrelated question that maybe you don't know the answer to, and maybe someone will. You can tweet at me if you do.
Yeah.
When they say Nintendo filed for this patent,
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's an international company. How do international patents work? Do they all go through the U.S. Patent Office? What is the worldwide force that enforces patents?
I imagine they would have to patent it in multiple places.
Everywhere? Every country you're going to put it in? Does every country even have that set up?
I don't know.
How does this work? Honestly, there has to be some way that internationally patents are upheld, or fucking Bangladesh or something is gonna make their own PS4 because they
Bangladesh.
can. How does that work?
I don't know. I have no idea.
When we see these stories all the time, Nintendo files for patents, Microsoft
all these
files for a patent. Where are they filing this?
I mean, this is the U.S. This one is the U.S. Patents Office.
Okay. But then that would be the thing. Why did they do it here?
This one is
just hold all of those for the world?
Yeah, because we're America.
I'm very confused.
We hold all of the world's patents and information. So yeah, it is with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Yeah, because we're America.
Interesting. That's all.
But so this is again, more speculation on what the NX is. Is this the handheld device? How is this going to work? Again, this could also very well be just another controller idea that we found the patent for. There was that magnet-looking controller.
It's hard to imagine that some sort of touchscreen device would work for, what is it, Breath of the Wind?
Breath of the Wild.
You can do some cool stuff with touchscreens nowadays, but for the most part, it's hard to imagine that you could do the same, that game would control with that thing.
Well, here's my theory. Is if NX ends up actually being this hybrid handheld home console, that is the on-the-go portion. And if you want to be more compact, you can have the screen with you and you can play the touch screen, play the buttons on the screen, or you can keep it in whatever that thing is. The game, the new gamepad, whatever it is. Because that's kind of what it looks like, is a nicer gamepad. And play it that way. I don't know.
We'll see. That's the thing. That's the whole problem that we've been saying week after week after week with these Nintendo NX rumors is we don't know anything. Nope. It's all speculation. This just might be something that some jamoke over at Nintendo came up with, and they're like, well, now we got to patent it.
Yeah, it's like, this is cool. We're probably not going to use it, but let's patent it.
We'll never use this, but we might as well, yeah. We made it, so,
Just say, Nintendo, I know you guys are watching this.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't watch this? But just give us something, man.
Just anything. I mean, we're probably, July? We're probably still 4-5 months before we learn anything about this.
I hope it's not 5 months.
Could be.
It'll put us in December.
Well,
this is coming out in March.
Put us in November. I don't know.
They got to talk soon about this, right?
Not necessarily. I don't know. We really don't know, but I don't... I'm not going to, overly criticize something before I would even see it. But that doesn't sound great to me. I don't want another big, bulky thing for my controller. I want a controller.
I agree. This, however, it does look better than the last patent we saw.
Yeah.
For that little thing with, the...
That looked like
the oval screen apparatus. And... Yeah, that was going to be...
Interesting.
This I look at and I go, okay, I get that, that's fine. If that's how it works, the way I am theorizing how it works, I'm fine with that.
Maybe.
But
we'll see. But, alright, so it's the on-the-go version, but what does that mean? Is it a simplified version? You can only play little mini-games on the go? Or
no, I imagine you can probably play everything. It'll be... I can't imagine that if you're going to make an on-the-go version, it could be much bigger than a phone screen.
It just seems like you have to overly simplify button mechanics for a touchscreen.
Do you, though? Well, for the touchscreen, but if it allows you to have the non-screen buttons, then I think it would work fine.
I just feel like in some way that's still alienating third-party support to where, is the next Call of Duty game really going to try and fit to whatever that is?
No, but I think it'll be fine fitting the button scheme. Maybe. The problem will be if it's it's probably going to be one of those things. It's this can do touchscreen support. How many people actually use it, we'll see. But as long as it can still support the button layout, then standard ABXY, D-pad, thumbstick,
triggers.
Then I don't see the problem with it.
All right. Yeah, you're probably... we'll see.
We'll
find out.
This is all...
Hopefully, you guys are watching this a few days after we record it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they've announced everything.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's...
One of these weeks, this is going to happen. We're going to be speculating, and then by the time it goes live, they'll have come out and be like, this is what the NX is. Everybody shut up about it until March.
Maybe. I hope so. But until then, does this sound like something that you want to see on the NX? Is this how you want to control the NX? Let us know. We're on Twitter. I'm at Stonks.
I'm at Rich Belson. The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer. We're on Instagram over_a_beer, and of course we're on YouTube at youtube.com/overabeer. We're also, every Tuesday, we post a beer review. So if you watched our movie Top Story yesterday, we talked a little about this Mad Manatee IPA we're drinking. So you can find a more in-depth version of stuff like that over at our beer reviews. And then every Friday at soundcloud.com/overabeer and on iTunes, we post the Over a Beer podcast, which is a off-topic conversational podcast between Nick and I. Dana sometimes shows up, and we've got some special guests hopefully planned for the future. But that will wrap things up for today. So until next time, drink up.